These principles or practices are clear in addressing the climate crisis and the crisis of climate-induced migration. Right? And the first is what's known as a just transition away from fossil fuels. So some of us might be familiar with this term, but essentially, it's what these organizations and many, many others, including organizations within the global South, communities within the global North, this is a sort of transnational and global movement, is of building local and regional economies and development trajectories that aren't reliant on fossil fuels. Transitioning away from fossil fuels in ways that's actually just and that actually democratizes our economies, our political institutions, our economic institutions, and so on, in ways that meet all the needs of all community members. And so the second thing becomes clear in the ways that these organizations responded and that peoples have long demanded in light of centuries of colonial and capitalist exploitation and extraction, and that's of climate reparations, right? So we have just transitions on the one hand, and climate reparations as a way of actually facilitating that, as a necessary condition of a transition into a post-fossil fuel world, right? So so I'll say this, right, in order to define climate reparations, that's substantial, historically informed compensation to former colonized and marginalized developing countries. And in large part, that means monetary compensation, debt cancellation, and the transformation of international financial institutions themselves, right? Some of those that are directly responsible for the conditions that we are seeing today. So these are key to addressing the climate crisis itself and to mitigating and preempting the crisis of climate-induced migration.